Hi again, this is Sami. I will show you today how to find the equation of the line in slope-intercept form and general form given 2 points. And if you like my videos, don't forget to hit that like button, share with family and friends, and make sure you subscribe. Let's go and do the question. So there you go. Here's the question. Given the points 3 and 5 and 6 and 3, find, that should say find. That should say find the equation of the line and slope intercept and in general form. So basically they want it in the slope intercept and also in general form. And the second part that I added is find the equation of the perpendicular line going through -4 and 5. So the perpendicular line to the line that we're going to get in here. So as we know, a straight line have so many points, but if you're given 2 points on the line, so just to kind of, if you're given 3 and 5 right there, and you're given 6 and 3 right there, then you will know, you'll be able to find the slope, and also you to find the y-intercept where your line goes through the y-axis. So just to go back here and define a few things here. So here, this is the slope m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So basically what we're doing, we have 2 points here. So we could make one of them x1, y1, and x2, y2 to be able to find the slope. So this m is the slope. Now, once we find the slope, we want to write the equation in slope-intercept form. So y equals mx plus b. M is the slope, b is the y-intercept. So every line has a slope and a y-intercept, except for the vertical line, and that the vertical lines are the only lines that they don't have a y-intercept unless they're right on the y-axis. So again, y and x are variables. So you know, as you go along the line, y and x keep on changing. That's why we call them variables. Variables just mean keeps on changing as you go along the line. So we keep them as y and x, but m is a constant slope. The line has a constant slope, and b is a y-intercept. The line hits the y-axis at one point, so these are my constants. And here is the equation in general form. So ax plus by minus c equals 0, and I'll show you how we change from slope-intercept form to general form after we find the equation in slope-intercept form. So there we go. We're going to start with the slope. So m equals y2, which is 3, minus y1, which is 5, over x2, which is 6, minus x1, which is 3. That's going to give me -2 over 3, and that's my slope. Now we're going to go to this equation right here, which is y equals, we found the slope, so we might as well just write what that is, x plus b. And we need one of these points right here. It doesn't matter, this one or this one, to find out what b is. So we could choose any of them and they will give us the same answer. So let's just choose 3 and 5. Smaller numbers are better. And we're going to plug in the 5 for the y because that's xy right now. So y is 5 equals -2 over 3 times x, which is 3, plus b. That will give me 5 equals -2 plus b, which gives me, and I'm just going to take that right there, b equals 7. You know, 3 times -2/3, the 3's will cancel. That's how I got -2, and then moving the -2 to the other side will give me b equals 7. And therefore, my equation in slope-intercept form, y equals the slope, which we found, x plus 7. And that's basically the equation in slope-intercept form. Now, we're changing to general form. To change into general form, GF, so we call general form. First of all, in general form, 2 things we don't want to have is fractions, and we cannot have a negative in front of the x. So let's take this equation in slope-intercept form. First of all, as I said, we cannot have fractions, so I'm going to multiply this whole equation by 3, which is going to give me 3y equals -2x plus 21. Again, when you multiply 3 into -2/3 or a fraction, you just cancel the 3's and you get -2x plus 21. Now, the second condition is we cannot have a negative coefficient for x. So what we need to do to write it in general form without a negative sign here, I'm going to move this and this to the left side, and that way they become positive. So 2x plus 3y minus 21 equals 0. And this is the equation in general form. So this is your first answer right here in slope-intercept form, and this is the answer in general form. Okay. Again, A here would be 2, B will be 3, and C is 21. Sorry, that equation should say plus C here. So C here is negative 21. All right. Now we're gonna go and answer this equation. So now they want the equation of the line that's perpendicular to this line. And this line here, the perpendicular line goes negative through negative 4 and 5. So let's just maybe do a few things here to show you what's going on. So we have points at 6 and 3, so that's 3 and 5, sorry. So points at 3 and 5, so 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna just scale by 2 here. 3 and 5 will be somewhere around here. And then we have a point that's 6 and 3, so 2, 4, 6. So 6 and 3 would be right there. And we have a line like this. And we have another point that's at negative 4, 2, 4, and 5, which is right there. And it's perpendicular to this line. So what this line is going to do is going to be forming a 90-degree angle with this original line from that equation right here. So as I said here, perpendicular lines have negative reciprocal slopes. Okay, so I'm given this point, which is negative 4 and 5. And of course, I need this point to be able to find the equation of the perpendicular line. So every time if we have the slope and a point, then we could find the equation of a line. So what's the slope of the perpendicular line? As we mentioned here, the slope of a perpendicular line is the negative reciprocal of the slope of this line. So negative reciprocal of this negative 2, then this will be positive, and the reciprocal is just flip. So 3 over 2. And we know this line here is going to point negative 4 and 5. Now we have enough information to find the equation of this line. So I'm just going to find it in slope-intercept form. So y equals 3 over 2 x plus b. I'm going to sub in this point, the x and the y, to find in here to find the b. So we have 5 equals 3 times, or 3 over 2, sorry, times negative 4 plus b. I'm going to reduce here, and that becomes 2. So we have negative 2, that's 5 equals negative 2 times 3 is negative 6 plus b, and b equals 11. And therefore, I'm just going to go right here. The equation in slope-intercept form is y equals 3/2 x plus 11. And that's the equation in slope-intercept form. They didn't ask us to do it in general form. They left it open. So this is good enough if they don't specify. If you want to find a general form, just to practice again. General form, I said we cannot have fractions, and we cannot have a negative in front of the x, or the coefficient of the x cannot be negative. So what I'm going to do, the first thing, I'm going to get rid of the fraction. So I'm just going to rewrite this again. Multiply all of it by 2 to get rid of the fraction. So we have 2y equals 3x plus 22. When you multiply this number into the fraction, the 2's would cancel here. Just that's why, as a matter of fact, we multiply by the common denominator, because when we multiply by that 2, then I'll have 2y here. I wouldn't have a fraction here anymore. The 2's will cancel, and here we get 22. And now we want the leading coefficient of the x to be positive. So this time I'm going to move the y to the other side. So it'll be 3x minus 2y plus 22. And therefore our a is 3, b is negative 2, and c, b is negative 2, yes, and c is 22. And that's basically how you answer these kind of questions. So this is it for this question. I tried to cover finding the equation of the line, also maybe dealing with perpendicular lines. As always, thanks for watching. A reminder, If you like my videos, don't forget to hit that like button, share with family and friends, and subscribe to my channel. Till next time, bye-bye.